Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Ain't Nobody Squeaky Clean, Volume 2. Thank you guys for listening, and I appreciate all of your support. As I always state, I look forward to when we can get together and have conversations together so that we can bring awareness to a myriad of topics to the masses. So 2025 was an interesting year. A lot of people were impacted by the economy, more directly the job market. Jobs were eliminated when the administration changed hands back in January of 2025. As such, there are a ton of people out here who are struggling right now. I'm one of those. I've been out of work myself for a little over 9 months now. And I can tell you from direct experience, this sucks. There's nothing good about it. Jobs come and go. They pop up on a posting and then they disappear. If you're lucky enough to have a conversation with people, those conversations a lot of times don't go anywhere. You get an interview, you knock it out the park, you'll get tremendous feedback. Wow, you are fantastic. You are exactly what we were looking for. And then crickets, ghosting, disappearing acts. Houdini and David Copperfield don't have anything on these people. It's amazing how someone who is so fantastic, so great, such a perfect fit, can just disappear into oblivion and never be spoken to again. At this point, I got to tell you, I am the absolute greatest, most outstanding resource ever that cannot find a job. So the question becomes, are these people telling the truth? Or are they full of baloney? I personally think the truth is somewhere in the middle. I think they mean well, for the most part. I mean, there are fraudulent people everywhere. But I think they mean well. I think when they reach out and have a discussion with us, they really do think and really do want to fill positions. But somehow, after the conversation is had to the point where the decision needs to be made or is ready to be made, there's a change. I don't know what it is. Now, like I said, ain't nobody squeaky clean, but in my opinion, there are a lot better ways to handle this. Case in point, I had a discussion this morning. I met with a recruiter yesterday, had a great conversation for about an hour. She set me up for a discussion, not an interview, but a discussion with the account manager. We met for 45 minutes. Great conversation. Went very, very well. Well, she called me after that meeting. And when she called me, I thought, hey, we're about to move forward and talk about next steps. But unfortunately, she told me they weren't going to move forward with me and that they feel that I'd be better suited for the next level up versus the position that they were trying to interview me for. So this is another problem. And this is what I've stated to many people that I've talked to over the past couple of years that I've dealt with multiple stints of unemployment. When you get to a certain level, you can dumb down your resume, you can minimize it, but when you have those discussions, people are going to be able to read between the lines. You can't dumb down yourself in an interview. So they pigeonhole you for a position that they see in their mind. And they're like, yeah, this guy's more management level, so we're not going to give him this job down here in the weeds because we don't think he'll be best suited to be down here. Well, on the other side, here I am sitting here trying to figure out how I'm going to eat. How am I going to take care of my family? How are we going to go from, damn, we don't have enough money to pay these bills to, oh my God, finally we can take care of them again? Well, I'm going to need work in order to do that. I'm going to need income. So trying to convey that to prospective job hirers, for lack of a better word, is a challenge. We need to eat. We need to pay bills. I don't care if you think I'm a VP level resource. Right now, I'm applying for this position you put in front of me, and I know that I can handle this position very efficiently. But for some reason or another, here we go. Now, there are other factors at play. The invisible challenges, if you will. He doesn't look the part. That's not who I want to put in front of my client. I was really looking for this type of person versus that type of person. So there are a lot of different things that are playing against all of us. And those factors hurt us as well. So I really don't know what the answer is. But like I said, we have to keep pushing forward and we have to figure it out. But in the meantime, it is very deflating and very disheartening when you put all of your effort in to try to win somebody's approval just to get moved forward to the next decision maker. Because that's really all it is. We've got to get to the next decision maker so that we can have the conversation and they hopefully make the decision. That's all we're looking for. One of the things that I've talked about recently is how we all need advocates. We need somebody going to bat for us. Make sure that you're doing this. Make sure you're doing this. If you are in a position of influence, you owe it to humanity to try to open doors for people who have doors shut for them right now. It's imperative that we do this. This is the only way. The only way I had a conversation yesterday with a recruiter was because someone went to bat for me. He saw that I was looking and said, hey, man, I know what type of resource you are. I know somebody that I can get you in front of. Expect a call. And damn it if a call didn't come. That's what we need to do. Now, even though nothing has come about from that yet, I had a fruitful conversation, and that is a major step. But we need to do this. Be an advocate. Doesn't matter if your communication skills are not up to snuff or you feel like you're not going to make a difference. You would be surprised how influential you are just by putting somebody's name in front of someone. So please help out as much as you can. That's it for this Tuesday. So again, I appreciate you listening. And as I always state, if you want to get on the phone or you want to have a conversation, feel free, man. This podcast is only going to be as good as the content that can be provided. So as I sign off, remember, this is Ain't Nobody Squeaky Clean. Talk to you soon.